Hey folks, Quilly18 here and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Terra Invicta. We are Project Invictus, no, we are Project Exodus playing in, there we go, in Terra Invicta. And we are still getting a billion little probe pop-ups. Oh, that's right, we are trying to see if we can capture a filthy alien monster. In Florida, I think is where we're hanging out. Nope, they've moved to, is this, oh, okay, hang on, I do want to talk about this. We'll come back to the alien in a second. So our little Venus base here, I was doing some checkups, and our shipyard is going to be done only at the start of March, which is going to line up semi-okay with the mission to Mercury. If I was going back to hyper-focusing on just it, we could actually finish the mission to Mercury sooner than that, which wouldn't really help us as much. I actually considered, because the shipyard in Venus, which we need to recharge our colony ship, because it's not going to be ready until March of 2030, I thought, well, maybe I should just build another colony ship. But I realized, like, no, I think the timing's still going to work out just fine to use this one. It's not like the colony ship is eating a lot of resources, so I wasn't too concerned about building a second one and just scrapping this one. But I think it's going to be okay. Now, I don't know if I'm going to stay this exact thing. It's a little greedy, also going for the advanced hydrogen containment, but it does have one of these projects where we wouldn't mind a bigger percentage boost and, you know, give us control over 2 techs. I don't know. I could pull back on some of our sub projects over here. That could be it. Like, I might still want to get this ready for May. I don't know how long it's going to take to recharge the ship, but probably only a few days. And I want to be able to send it to Mercury as quickly as possible at that point. So, like, we might want to do something like this, is what I'm wondering. They don't really need the tier 2 energy lab that fast. The crisis diplomacy, well, we did finish the repeatable one that gave us 5 extra MC. Crisis diplomacy here is going to give us an extra 10. So that seems like a relatively decent idea. Maybe I'll do this. So yeah, these dates will change, of course, as our science rate changes.
Secure location.
Did we do it? On our first go, because Letitia didn't even get her attempt put off. It is impossible to describe the sensation of gazing upon a creature from another world with one's own eyes. No words could adequately explain how uncanny it feels to see such a thing move and draw breath and turn its own unquestionably alien eyes upon us. Even had we sent a poet, they would not be able to convey the mingled sense of awe and wrongness, the terrifying privilege of beholding something that does not resemble anything else in human experience. The shape of the hulking skull, the tendrils that danced unnaturally within the mouth, the way the light plays across flesh textured and patterned like nothing else on Earth. Did they not say nothing else on Earth? No, nothing else in human experience. Okay. Even these beings' sounds challenge our very definition of language. The idea that we could ever know their minds seems, for now, frankly laughable. Let us hope that will soon change. Regardless of the fleeting encounters we or others might have previously, and no matter what happens, or we had previously, no matter what happens next, this is a watershed moment, never to be forgotten.
Alien is in custody, Director. We are ready to attempt to question it.
We've completed the Capture Live Hydra objective. The operation was a success. Our Xenobiology division insisted on the use of non-lethal weapons against the Hydra target, which led to a certain number of casualties among the operations team when the recommended dosage of sedative turned out to be ineffective. In the end, several of our security personnel made unauthorized use of firearms to disable the Hydra. While they have been reprimanded, the Hydra fortunately was able to recover from its injuries and is now safely contained. Our biologists are busy studying the Hydra's regenerative process and monitoring its health. In the meantime, our linguistic team is eager to begin work on learning its language. Conduct the Hydra language research project when it becomes available. Well, we got a crit success, I think. Now, with the assassinations, one of the things I didn't realize, and I was just doing some extra reading on things, I was like a little confused about like some of the retaliations we were getting from the aliens on the assassination. It seems like with the assassination, regardless of the alien hate meter, it always triggers 1 reprisal unless you get a crit success, in which case you totally do it undercover. I don't know if the same thing applies to the kidnapping, but whatever the case, like, this is fantastic. With it, I mean, crit success meant we succeeded 1%. You know, for all the times I keep hitting those like high numbers and I keep suspecting that one of our people are turned, we're getting reverse XCOM'd over here, which is nice. And so yeah, I don't know if the crit success like made a actual difference in terms of retaliations or not, but it's kind of nice. So it should cancel the Tishas. Just looking at these probe message. Yep, there you go. Mission incomplete. So unlike when you capture an agent of another faction, you don't actually keep the agent or the alien around. It's mechanically, I think, it works very similarly to assassination, where it just takes this alien off the board. I think I've been told that you get like more xenobiology research progress from a capture versus an assassination. And I don't know, maybe it affects the heat meter. I mean, the hate meter didn't go up, which also might be tied to the critical success. I don't know. In any case, mission accomplished. That is wonderful. And right, we do have our new agent. Lucian here is a little bit older than it would have been ideal to hire. Although it's at this point, we've progressed enough in the game, with just a little bit of head start. Hopefully he doesn't retire before the end because he does have some great little traits. We're just going to train him up on admin for now. Make sure you can get an org pool going on. If we get a few more admin orgs, we'll probably slap them in there for the moment. Okay, alien activity in China, but there's also alien activity over here. Okay, we did lose our control point in Latvia, which is annoying. It's been cracked down. We probably want to take that back because they're already part of the EU, so we can go and absorb them in. Whoa, they also target us in Switzerland, and we actually did have a protection there. Huh. They might be getting bonuses to their missions because of a certain amount of alien infiltration. I think it helps with that. Well, we're clearly going to fight back immediately. Letitia, I'm going to want you to do a purge. I partially wonder, actually, if it's more important to get the one in Latvia back because of the European Union stuff. So I'm going to go and purge there immediately. Now, of course, they might be following this up with a protection thing, which will trigger quite early, in which case this might be a hard purge. But yeah, let's give it a go. We should probably defend those two other, like Latvia and Estonia should probably get defended. Who else has got a decent espionage? Probably the criminal, yeah. Can you purge? You can, good. Let's purge this back in Switzerland. And I'll give you a little bit of influence to boost that. Again, as an absolute percentage, it doesn't seem to be much of a change. But when you look at terms of, what was it, 92%? So we had an 8% chance of failure. Now we only have like a 4% chance of failure-ish, something like that. And so we've sort of cut the chance of failure down in half, barring maybe some funny math with crits and things like that. But, okay, so you go there. We do have a spot to investigate, which I might do with you, because you don't have any particularly interesting skills anywhere. So you'll investigate New Orleans. I mean, you're going to get there, Lucian, don't worry. And yeah, I should probably go. We've got alien life forms in New Orleans, so we're going to want to clean that up immediately. So I guess that leaves it up to Yoko to do a protect, which she's not defaulting to a protect, which is interesting. I'm going to go and defend interests in Estonia. All right, it does cost 20 influence. That is very pricey. We don't have a lot of influence banked. I think maybe that's why it held off. I don't remember, but no, let's go and get that protected up so that we get a little bit more stability because we have to wait 180 days. Wow! Everyone's jumping in on Switzerland. I mean, Humanity First might be looking to target the Servant Point, for example. Like, kinda legit. Oh, yeah, the protection just kicked in. So now we only have a 43% chance of doing the purge. I could have queued up a crackdown first, but we were busy, so we'll do that. Solid core efficient 5. We'll grab that because if we do end up using the solid core stuff, it's going to be nice to have the efficiency, and it's not going to be very expensive to research, I think. Come on, baby. 44. I guess public opinion must be shifting slightly. Okay, alien fleet in orbit. We still have to clear those. Okay, we wiped out the floor on New Orleans. That's good. Hate when we have to, like, repeat it a few times. Okay, investigated the alien location.
Our enemies are still in control.
Purge failed. What we don't want is we don't want another faction taking this, a faction that we're not at war with. Okay, we got our point back in Latvia. That's nice anyway. And then we lost one in Estonia. Oh, yeah, they did. This is an alternate mission, I think. I think that's an alien mission that works like a purge, but is alien-based. We might not have enough protection against that. That's annoying, because our protection went first, but it might not be effective against whatever alien bullshit is going on. Is one of these people an alien? Or is it just... Oh, 13%! Yeah! That's an alien. Okay, yeah, let's throw... You know what? I'm gonna go... Nah, it's a little pricey. Let's do this. Only 30% chance.
Where do you need me?
Any XP? Ooh, yeah, you've got an XP level. Oh, we've got to keep going on your admin. Most important thing. To give us other options. We could give you this second chance. I don't know. Again, it would be nice to have a little symbol here to quickly see if this would enable a new mission here. Oh, you don't really need the persuasion. Okay, no, you don't have any espionage. It's interesting, because it's giving a bunch of espionage-type missions, but not actually giving you espionage points. Yeah, I don't think we care about second chance. But Muska here does have +1 espionage. I think this is not a long-term org, unless I just want to save you for the mining stuff. But it would be very helpful for Letitia short term, right? The +1 espionage right now is useful on her, and then a little bit more ops income is fine. Okay, I'll grab it, but that's definitely going to be one that we'd be looking to sell off in the future. Okay, Yoko doesn't have enough XP for the discounted one. Neither does... oh, no, Lucian can. Excellent. Okay, which we're going to keep focusing on admin. And so we can load you up with some orgs. Okay, that's going to be that for now.
Ready for my mission.
What are we going to do with you? You might... Okay, you know what? I know we were going to investigate the alien, but no, what I want to... we do have to focus over here.
Where do you need me?
Let me purge. Well, I might be able to do the purge with Lucian. No, with Thayun. Yeah, okay, hold on. Let's have you repurge Estonia. 91%.
I'm here.
Letitia.
Ready to go.
Yeah, let's do a 1-2 punch over here. So, with Yoko, rather than investigate, I'm going to get you to do the crackdown. Like that. Followed by a purge. If the crackdown works, it's almost certainly going to be 100%, but, or, 99% or whatever the cap is. But we'll still put some points in here. In case the crackdown doesn't work, we still have an 80% chance to get the purge off in Switzerland. So we're going to get that back, although I kind of expect this alien to just immediately walk back to Latvia and reflip it a second time, which is more than a little annoying. Lucian, I'll get you to investigate over here, and then Commander Grant... You'll do a protect in... Ah, yeah, excellent. Yeah, protect the node in Latvia. Thank you. I didn't recognize the flag right away. I was like, Austria? No, we've already swallowed up Austria. But, of course, I mean, right colors, but anyway. Tech? 10th of May. So yeah, I think our tech rate has ticked up a little bit. Although I think it said 2.8k recently, but I don't know. Maybe some of the other modifiers changed. So we'll just go ahead and commit this. I've got some upgrades going on a couple of our space stations to get a bit of the tier 2 stuff. In particular, the shipyard in Earth orbit is getting the tier 2 point defense weapons. Okay, defend mission succeeded. There we go, our communication with the Hydra mission. Energy research project is done. I wonder, okay, not that. Some of these, I mean, we want the defoliants. There we go. Enthrall mission against our control points. I think that's specifically... Oh, and then both of these work with that. Yeah, we're going to go and get both of these because I think those will defend us from what's going on here. And there's another penalty to the enthrall. I think we do need to get those going. And we're not currently doing any xenology research. We've got the plus 142 over here, which is amazing. So that's going to be pretty good. I don't think we need to rush it versus maybe some of these others. I mean, I don't know... No, we can probably use a few more control points right now. That's going to be fine. See, now this is down to the 6th of May already. Which, again, the shipyard around Venus, I think, comes online on the 5th. So I don't know how long it'll take to restore. Probably more than a day to restock the ship. We could probably go and do something like this. Okay. I mean, it's not the end of the world having these things flip back and forth, but it is annoying because we would like to absorb them. Okay, crackdown in Switzerland. Good. And then the purge should be 100%. Now, if someone else is queuing up the purge there and triggers first, that could be awkward. More probe messages. And I kind of probed those asteroids accidentally, but a lot of the asteroids do have really good yields. Mars is just convenient because it's one central point to defend. More alien ships. Okay, we've got Estonia back. I don't know. Okay, we've got Switzerland back. I don't know if that's the alien agent there, so we might get a reflip here. We'll see. Or you might have... I wonder if you failed, because you could have moved and done the flip immediately. New orgs in the marketplace, huh? So, I mean, it would be the new ones at the bottom. I'm not sure this screams out anything we're terribly interested in. XP-wise, not yet. Okay. Sorry, I'm just cycling back to Yoko here. Okay, Yoko does have one. You are... Okay, if we want to pull out your admin orgs, which ultimately we do, it kind of still makes sense to go and do this. I think I had invested a point or two recently in investigation here because I was preparing for the abduct. The abduct is finished, so I think I'm going to go with plan, do that, especially since like the Excalibur group over here is a clear one that has no true value to Yoko over here. If we can get her admin up, we can free up the total org count by getting rid of this. Not that she's at the limit yet, but we can also move this to, say, our new agent, Lucian, or something, who could use it, or, you know, ultimately just sell this off. Yeah, I think that's probably okay. So I'm going to go and give her the tick in administration. Okay. And then in terms of assignments, I mean, someone's going to have to go and protect that site, which is fine. If I just tell you to automate, what are you going to do? You go and advise over in USA.
Where to?
Which is okay. We'd also want to protect the place in Switzerland. There's Switzerland happening there. Ooh, we've got quite a few little places to defend. There we go. Thank you for that. And a little bit of stabilizing. I think this is probably fine for these missions. I don't think there's anything else that I'm about to do. Yeah, Iran needs to be protected. Less the end of the world if, at this point, if Iran gets broken. I mean, we're not making tons of monthly profit, but we're making some. And of course, the spoils aren't being shown here. So we're actually making more money than that thanks to Iran. But we are making some cash. If we need to, I think we've got one org that costs like $250 a month that we can just sell off to. We could also sell some of these minerals. We've got tons. We might do some repeat on the advise, but I'm not sure with these guys. I should maybe do a pass through and see if anyone needs to go into hiding. Although again, we're not in open war with most, although I suppose the servants aren't going to be terribly happy with what's going on here. Yeah, there we go. We've got double conflict on these guys. But I think to say there is another level. There's the war level, which is when things will start to get very spicy and we'll have to worry about our agents getting booped off. Hopefully before that happens, we'll have gotten them all a little bit of espionage so that they don't get insta-spotted constantly. And maybe a little bit of security to offset assassination attempts a little bit. Yeah, okay. Iran is still just highly unstable. We got a little bit of oppression in there to try to passively bring this down, but we ain't doing much. It would help if they had the unity there. Okay, more aliens are coming. Here, I'm continuing to boost the unity, which is going to increase the cohesion and will bring down, I guess I was going to say bring down the government. No, it brings down education. I think it used to bring down the government a little bit to become more autocratic. Maybe I don't have to worry about this, but yeah, I don't need the boost as much, so I'm diversifying a little bit here, which seems fine. Maybe I really should be getting our warships up. Was I waiting for something? They reflipped Latvia. I might just have to leave that be for a bit. There you go. You can see the tier 2 defenses are coming online at our shipyard. I could drop one skunk works in here. We need a skunk works. They're very power hungry. Like at a 30. I mean, I could fit it in here. Ultimately, we're going to want to use slots for something else, but I guess I could run a skunk work temporarily here to open up our 6 tech slot. The idea is really to go and deploy this around like Mercury or Venus. We could do that in the Venus one. I guess I should maybe check this Venus base. I could upgrade your orbital core. It'll take an extra MC, but that might be okay. All right, I'm going to do it. And then when that's done, we'll go and be adding some extra solar panels. And the power consumption should still be fine, right? Yeah, okay, good. Even when this comes online. Because actually, the core doesn't use any power, so it doesn't change the power consumption. All right, I wasn't sure about that. But yeah, we'll go. We might add some extra shipyards there just so that we can mount a defense slate in Venus, but I don't think we're really going to be protecting much. But it doesn't generate quite as much solar power as Mercury, which is why Mercury is better than Venus. But we can still have one here. And if it gets booped at some point, I don't think I'm going to cry about it. And because it's an upgrade of the central core, the base modules still work. So this shouldn't interfere with getting our shipyard online. So I don't know. Do I stop caring about this? Well, what we do is, I was going to say, is find the alien. Where is the alien? There's no one around here anymore. I try to do an investigation of counselors. Who's got the lowest percentage chance? Okay, I think we just lost sight of we might be able to do a ping around here, but they might have traveled quite a bit further. Okay, I'm just going to send Letitia. She's going to get sick of all this. Why only 9%? Oh, public opinion is pretty bad. Well, tell you what then. Let's set up the crackdown, which is 97%.
Turning up the heat.
Yeah, Letitia. Hold on, did I have the wrong thing selected?
At your service.
No, see, why is it? It auto-cycled to the wrong person here again. Hold on. Purge. 87%. Yeah, I either had the wrong thing selected or I was looking at the wrong number.
Where to?
Okay, hold on. Let me do this one more time.
Standing by.
87. I'm just going to go and boop it up to like 95%
Targeting
chance.
your position.
Yoko, you don't need to do this anymore. I don't think we've got anything else to crack down. You only have 5 espionage, which isn't great. I think I'm still going to go ahead and give you a go to ground for a second. And Grant,
For my mission.
same sort of situation. We'll do a little bit of a reset. It's probably not very time efficient to do this right now because these guys will get
Ready.
spotted again almost instantaneously.
Standing
With an
by.
espionage 1, I don't think it's worth doing it with Henrietta
Standing
at
by.
all. Dayan hasn't been noticed, which is nice. So we'll just do that. You can do a little advise. You haven't been noticed either. You'll do a little bit more unrest reduction over here. I mean, if anyone, it should be Grant doing it, but we'll do a little hide cycle with you. And then... Okay. I think that's looking good. Oh, I think the hate meter was at yellow for a second and then just dropped down.
Going.
I mean, we are doing things against the servants, so the aliens don't like that.
I will help them.
Advise is done. Yeah, hopefully we can keep this, because we need this timer to go down, and then... oh, did the priorities get reset? The priorities got reset. I didn't think of that. That would happen when we lost control and things like that. Oh, the control point in Switzerland is probably the same. Yeah, I'm still going to do this. I mean, really what we want to do is the max out the funding, and then at some point, hopefully absorb them. The funding's nearly maxed out. Over here, 286 is the cap, so it's nearly there, which will cancel that job, in which case we'll just do some kind of maintenance and a little bit of internal development and not worry too much until it's time to... I mean, hopefully, I don't know how far away we are from getting the thing where we can absorb this, but you failed your mission. Okay, it's not the end of the world, although I think you only get 1 XP instead of 2 on a failed? Can't remember, and there are a couple missions that work slightly differently. Interesting break there. I mean, ultimately we'd like to pull in Lithuania, but we're not going to target these two currently.
We are in control.
Okay,
here.
we've got Latvia again. Hooray! The dance continues.
Your
All right,
orders.
Grant. By there is something to burninate, so actually go and do that.
Taking it to them.
I was going to say you could go and do the resistance reduction, but
Where to?
I suppose Letitia could go and burn it down too. She's pretty good. I think
At
I'm
your
going to,
service.
rather than do the tick untick
At your
on these,
service.
I'm going to leave these semi unautomated so that we can start to burn through a little bit more.
Landing
Since I'm not doing any specific country targeting of things right now, we can, hope that I hope they do the not really dumb things. How's Yuso doing? Okay, Silstectarian. I did bring down the Unity funding a little bit because the knowledge will still bring it up. And I'm just hoping that by boosting the democracy as well, it'll help the stability. I don't remember if we need the armor tech. I'm not going to obsolete it, but I'm going to favor it anyway. Did we already get the nanotube the nanotube armor? I think so. Yangong. Oh! Cutting edge space technology. Oh, this is the thing where we can choose. Yeah, so no matter what, we get the same amount of science. And I think this one here, I think this is a permanent off-Earth mining output increase, which is clearly what we want. Crisis diplomacy finish, nice. I mean, the cooldown reduction is nice, but it's, a little bit of extra management points. I mean, that's not a ton, and we're not at the limit right now, so it maybe feels a little bit silly to do. I guess I'm still thinking about picking up the burner drive for our military ships, right? Maybe I'll do that. The targeting computer would also be nice. Let me grab that with the hope that that's the right thing for the military ships. That actually will slow down the mission to Mars slightly, or sorry, mission to Mercury slightly, because it's splitting our tech bonus, but barely, going from 50 to 49. This is actually now going to finish in March, which is earlier than we need. Because again, the idea is hopefully to be able to launch our colony ship the very second this finishes. Like, have the colony ship ready so that we can be there as early as possible. But it's not the end of the world one way or the other. And it could do this and then... That's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? All right, let's just do that. It's fine. Okay, that's probably the tier 2 social science building. We're going to want to get all those, ultimately. There we go. So we've got some ground defense at one of our Mars stations. Good. How much spare power do you have? You've got enough for a skunk works. I think we do that. That's just the tier 1 fission piles, which is fine. You got the defense. Oh, unless we want to save. Do we want to put down like a farm to offset this? Maybe. Although a skunkworks still might be an okay idea. I should probably get a skunkworks as soon as possible, really. Let's do this and get it started. Okay. And it will be done before we set up Mercury. Wiped out the invasive flora. Good. There we go. More of the tier 2 defenses. There's probably a little bit of loose energy in a few places. At the very least, I could, you know, slap an extra lab or two in some of those. I'll probably look at that right between episodes. Because it'll be a little slow pace. So we're 100% locked in to be first in both of these. So if I was concerned about just that, then I could peel back. And in fact, why don't I go and do a little bit of pullback on this anyway? I might still want to go and invest a bunch just to try to increase the chance of getting the advanced chemical rockets here, which had a pretty nice passive bonus. So I might still go with the 3 points in here.
Standing by.
Brant, yeah, I'll probably just do a lot more, kind of just be on auto, go a little bit faster. It's going to be fine. Did anything change with our alliances that I need to worry about? No, it's okay. Confirm. Bum, 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 bum.
Offering support.
I mean, I'm sure we could be a little bit more efficient on a couple of things if we're doing it automatically, but I'm not convinced that they're going to do anything terribly wrong right now.
Things are cooling
Got a
up.
lot of banked up boost, although again, we're going to use a bunch of this when we do send out some probes. Not, I think, so much for Mercury, but some of these other. Orbital core. Okay, so we're still really waiting for this. Oh no, shut up. Shut up. I don't know what you're talking about. Pay no attention to me getting confused between the two modules here on, this is not where I wanted to go. Here on Venus. Okay, repair and resupply. Okay. The construction module is the one that lets you build more base stuff. The shipyard was done a billion years ago. So we are quite happy to finish Mission to Mercury as soon as possible. Yeah, the resupply is going to be done in the 11th. So it goes to show us, it just took 2 or 3 days to do the resupply. Okay, and then what we need to do is the second that the mission to Mercury finishes, we're going to send our ship out there. We'll also be sending the probes, which theoretically the probes might be faster if we waited until the base was set up. But Poland, okay. That's, you know what, if they want to flip more things in Poland, that is fine. Because if it's all servant, then we can go and attack those points. Part of me is like, let's keep working on the executive protection and stuff, but if we're about to start working on some military ships, and I think we are, let's get our targeting computer down, because we're going to want that available for sure. I mean, I don't know if they're going to be running ECM or something, but I think it's still valuable. Okay, there's no new orgs. Oh, there is someone with 21 XP. That's Henrietta, who can definitely still use administration. Okay. And yeah, we'll keep these guys on auto. But yeah, see, if they, really we need them to purge, well, all 3 of these. We need this to become 100% servant, or if the Protector wants to move in partially, that would be fine too. But yeah. Some supporters in Uganda. We do have control points. Is there something else I want to target right now? Well, again, I don't want to target anything that is owned by my friends.
One or the other bursting.
Let's see here. Probably still looking at relatively cheap. We could work towards the antimatter stuff, but I don't know. I was thinking I would just skip the antimatter thing this time. Flag Bridge, Spaceworks. I don't know how much those we need right now. I don't mind the idea here. This does lead to a bunch of stuff that are really important. Arc lasers, coil guns. I don't know what ultracasters give us, but I'm willing to bet they also lead to something that's useful. I think the Z-Pinch leads to one of the drives, ultimately. Laser engines are good. Yeah, I think I'm going to throw supercapacitors into the queue. Let me keep pushing the mission to Mercury as much as possible. We're now on the 28th of February there. We're up to 3K tech. That's really nice. Yeah, that's really quite good. All right, let me put a cut in here. I can only imagine the comments of people who, of course, don't watch the entire video before commenting about the construction module on that station. Heck, someone's probably going to be like 3 minutes into the episode and then send me a Discord message. Watch the whole episode first. Sometimes, not all the time, not most of the time, but sometimes I catch it within the same episode. Folks, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.